Hi, I'm Joanne Cary. Welcome back to the Embodied Soul podcast, a multidimensional space intended to support you in mastering, living, being, and thriving as the embodied soul you are. I'm recording this back at the beach on the day of the partial solar eclipse. And although that isn't the topic of today, the impacts of the eclipse season of today, of all the energies we've been moving through, is part of it. And it's related to feeling disconnected, feeling alone after expansion, feeling the doubts that happen when you feel that maybe you've regressed. So if you are ready to join me for this conversation, pull up a comfy chair, invite in your soul, and be open to receive exactly what you need to live, be, and thrive as the embodied soul you are. So as I was reflecting on what I wanted to share with you, the whole energetics of September and the significant purge that not only I've been feeling, but that the human collective has been feeling, and I suspect that you've been feeling too. We have been called to go inside of ourselves, to do the deep reflective work across multidimensional layers in order to move through this time period. As I've talked about in other podcast episodes, we have all of the major outer planets in retrograde, Saturn, Neptune, Uranus, as examples that are all calling us to go deeper. We are closing off in this 9-year, in this 9-month. We are being called to let go and heal and acknowledge things from across multiple dimensions, multiple incarnations, and of course, all of the cycles that we've been playing out in our lifetimes to date. And so what this means is that we're going through such an incredible release and healing process at the same time that we are stepping into the new. So we are closing chapters, and of course with every closing chapter we step into a new beginning. Sorry, I've got a crab walking across my toe and it's tickling. Anyhow, he's moved on. And so what does this mean? Yes, we've been going through a lot of purging, we've been going through a lot of healing. What this means is that we've created the space for all of the new energetics, all of the new light codes, all of the support that we have been given from the planets as well as the galactics around us, Mother Earth herself. We are now taking all of those light codes into our bodies with all of this new space that we have created. And this is putting us into an expansive period, a growth period. But before we can actually experience the growth period, we have to integrate all of the light that we're taking in. And what does that look like? And this will be a reminder for those who have been on the path for a while. It'll be something maybe new for those who are just starting out on this journey of experiencing themselves as in the multidimensional layer. But when you are going through an integration period, you may feel disconnected. You may feel that all of that expansion that you felt, all of that connection to your guides, all of that intuition that you've experienced, all of that, oh my God, how amazing it is to be a multidimensional being living this human experience. And then the next day you wake up and you feel alone. And you feel like, hey, where did you guys go? Hello? Anybody out there? And all you hear is crickets. And you think, oh my goodness, those doubts creep in to go, did I do something wrong? Is something happening? Where did they go? Some people may go into the idea that I'm being attacked, that something's cut me off, something nefarious is happening. And I just want to put your mind to ease to say, no, this is part of the integration process. Our guides haven't gone anywhere, but basically they're sidelined. They're sitting around you, they're holding your space, but we have to go through this part alone. We have to integrate this in our bodies ourselves. Our bodies need to go through this ourselves. And so although our guides do not feel the same, we do not feel their connection, we don't hear their words per se, we may not feel their energetics. However it is that you feel or sense or see or know that they're there, we feel cut off from that. And I'm raising this now because we are in such a spiral of change. September itself is taking us through multiple spirals and multiple mini spirals of purging and clearing and integrating and then shifting up higher. Purging, clearing, integrating, and moving up higher. And at each one of those phases, dude, can you get off my foot? Each one of those phases is giving us another opportunity to go inwards, to integrate it. And so, what I'm really trying to say, and I'm going to try to keep this short, is it is expected at this time that after likely every expansive circle you go through, every purge you release, where new light codes are coming in, you're going to feel disconnected for anywhere from 24 hours to maybe a couple weeks, depending on where you are in your path. And this happened to me early on in my own opening phase, and it used to freak me out a lot because I was only beginning to understand the relationship I had with my guides. And every single cycle that I went to, I would forget. And so this is a reminder. This is a reminder, even to the seasoned ones of you out there who are used to moving through these patterns. We are being called deeper than we've ever been called. We are closing off deeper, more multi-layered chapters than we ever have before. We are receiving higher level energies than we've ever had before. And that means deeper, stronger integration periods, which may mean you feel more disconnected, more alone, more isolated, more feeling that you may be regressing. And this is just a reminder that you are not. You are doing everything right. Your guides are still there, even though you can't feel them. They'll be right back as soon as you go through this process. And the more that you can keep your energetics high, the more you can keep yourself focused on the fact that you're doing it good, that you've been doing the work, that you've been saying yes to your soul, the more you can anchor in that this is just part of the process, something normal, something natural, and that you move through this, you're going to surf that wave more easily. You're not going to get caught in the spirals or in the riptide pulling you down under thinking you've done something wrong. So you are doing great. So wherever you are in the spiral right now, wherever you are in your expansion, in your release, in your integrations, know that you are doing great. Know that you are moving through the process, being guided as you can be, and that your guides have never left you. Keep going. Embrace this. This is the largest change that we've ever gone through. This is a critical point in humanity's evolution and consciousness. And you're not alone in this. We're doing this together. And the more we share with those in our communities, the more we understand that that nothing's going wrong, that this is just part of the process, the better it is for all of us. And so what can you do as you're going through it? First of all, set the intention to be aware of when you feel that integration period. Even set the intention when you're feeling that really high, just to be aware that you might feel the integration period, that disconnection for a bit. Don't stop communicating with your guides. They will still, if you need support, they are going to be giving you messages. It just may not be in the way that you're used to. So be open to seeing signs, be open to messages coming through other people, through communications, through YouTube videos. They will still be giving you the guidance you need even when you are in the deepest sense of disconnection. Be in your communities, reach out to people. Don't try to do this alone. If you are feeling disconnected, just be in the energies of others who are at a different point in the wave. Their energetics can hold you and help support you as you move through the wave period. So know that just because you're in a period of integration And you might feel, as one of my community members said, you might feel a bit crunchy, you might feel a bit jagged, you might feel a bit off. That's okay. Sit in the energy with your friends, with other community members, and allow yourself to reap the benefits of the energetics around them to support you through. And you will do the same thing when they're at a point of integration as well. And note that every integration you go through, they're not always the same. Some of them will be really short and sweet. Sometimes you might not experience it all. And this is it. Like I said, that I started this by saying I felt this a lot when I was first opening up. But then I went for, probably close to a year without even noticing that deep integration, that disconnection. But since going through this summer passage, since the last eclipse in March, there have been periods of these really deep, profound shifts in energetics, shifts in consciousness. And that has brought back around the disconnected feelings. And so, again, I'm going to just keep saying again, I just want you to remind yourself that you're fine, that it's all normal, and to support yourself as best you can. And that includes supporting your physical body, getting into a bath or out into the ocean, or grounding down into the earth, using your meditation, or just sitting in stillness, connecting back to yourself, even when you feel disconnected. Use all of your tools right now. All the things that you have used to open up, utilize them now when you start to feel disconnected. And I'm going to hold the vision that you don't experience any of this. But if you do, I want you to be aware that it's normal. And with that said, I'm going to close off this episode. If you have loved this episode, please like it, share it, turn on notifications, and subscribe to my channel. It really does help get the messages out to those who need it. And I look forward to seeing you on next week's episode of Embodied Soul.